Tufi from Sweden, and I presume she's a sister. Well, actually, no, it is a brother. Brother Tufi from Sweden. He says that we are a small Muslim community in a small town in Sweden. About 90% of those who come to our masjid do not speak Arabic. I used to lead the prayer, although I feel I don't have enough knowledge. I just can recite about 50 or memorize about 15 surahs, but I'm the only one who can read properly Arabic. My question, how about the Friday sermon, the khutbah of Friday? We have a brother who used to do it, but almost nobody understands a word. I used to stand up between the two khutbah and do a translation in Swedish. Is it right, or is it the right thing to do? Or do we have to do the first one in Arabic and the second one in Swedish? First of all, if you are the only one capable of reciting the Quran in proper Arabic, it is a must. It is mandatory for you to lead the prayer. It is not permissible for someone who's non-Arab and does not speak Arabic or does not know how to say the Arabic words. It is not permissible for him to lead the prayer in your presence because he would not be able to recite the Fatiha or the surahs properly. He would twist the letters, and this is not permissible in Quran, and it's not permissible in Salah when there is someone who is capable of doing this properly. Therefore, you have to lead the prayer. Now, regarding the khutbah, regarding the Friday sermon, scholars have different opinions. Some of them say that it has to be in Arabic from the beginning to the end. And this is not the most authentic opinion of scholars, because the Friday sermon is designated and it is made so that people would understand and benefit. And what is the use of giving a sermon where no one is able to understand what you're saying? It has no benefit at all. It's not even logical. I remember one year I went to Delhi in India, and I think it was maybe in 2004. And I went to one of the biggest mosques in the old Delhi district and area, or somewhere, I'm not sure. But we came early, mashallah. We found all the Muslims in that masjid packed, mashallah. It was something to bring joy to the soul to see all these Muslims coming early before prayer, like half an hour or 45 minutes, just waiting for the sermon to begin and for the prayer to be concluded. And when the Imam came, he was in his middle 70s probably, and he said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and the Imam and the Mu'adhin gave the adhan, and then he gave two khutbahs, two sermons, as the norm is in Friday. Now, to my surprise, it was in what I think that it was Arabic. He was reading from a book. And being an Arab, I could not understand a single word. And looking at the brothers around me, I could surely say that they did not understand the word. So the only person on that Friday in that masjid who understood what was going on probably was the Imam who was reading the book. And I hope, for his sake, that he understood what he had said. So after leaving the masjid, I came to think, and this is not logical. All these hundreds of thousands, all these millions of Muslims praying and attending the Friday congregation and unable to understand a word. What's the benefit of attending a prayer then? That is the Friday, which is the only advice, the only sermon that they hear throughout the year. This is not logical at all. Therefore, saying that it has to be fully in Arabic is not the most authentic opinion unless it's in an Arab country or the majority of those in the masjid are Arabs. Then it has to be in Arabic. But if you are in a foreign country, if you are in Sweden, for example, and 90% are Turkish or Somalians or from this country or that country who are not capable to understand Arabic, but they are able to understand the local language, the language of the country, which is Sweden. Therefore, I would advise that the khutbah would be read in Sweden, the first and the second. But the beginning has to be in the Arabic language, which is إِنَّ الْحَمْدَ لِلَّهِ نَحْمَدُهُ وَنَسْتَغْفِرُهُ وَنَسْتَعِينُهُ etc. And also that he would recite the 3 ayahs, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا اتَّقُوا اللَّهَ حَقَّ تُقَاتِهِ وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. And they would say, offer salutation to the Prophet ﷺ. All of this combined would be considered to be the prerequisites for a khutbah in Arabic, and it's been said. The rest can all be in Swedish or in any other language, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. I believe we